Hello from a hotel room in Canada. I thought I'd show a little bit about left hand technique using this pen. I originally got the idea by using a chopstick, but here's a pen. So, what I'm doing here is holding the pen with the fingertips of all my fingers and with my thumb. What you want to avoid doing is holding your thumb in here because that's going to create unnecessary tension in the palm of your hand. So you don't want to be having your hand locked like this. You want to be open and holding, and all of your fingers want to be sitting on the pen like they're on one string. Lots of people are very tempted to flatten these fingers because they are much longer than the other ones. So for them to all to be on one point, lots of people try to play with the palms, the pads of these, and then you end up playing with the pads of these, and then you end up with these fingers bending backwards. But the problem if you bend them backwards is you end up fretting 2 times, 1, 2, to actually put any pressure. What you want to do is play with the fingertips of these ones, so then you just instantly get power when you fret. That's it. These two, you're kind of playing with the pads because they're much shorter, and these ones you have to bend them much further over. So you can see this one's kind of flat, and then these ones are much further bent over. The reason this finger is the weakest feeling is because all of these fingers have enough flexibility on their own to straighten. This one, I can only move it to there. All the other ones, I can move completely straight and far away, but that one gets stuck. So what you want to try and do is keep everything sitting fingertips, but not playing with the pads of these. You will want to bend those and be playing like this. So they're all sitting on a pen. And then if you translate that across to the instrument, your fingers here, thumb is here, holding the pen, let's say, and then all of your fingers just come down on top. They are not laying flat like this. And it's very tempting often for people to be playing and then they'll have that one flat and then this one's bent, and then it ends up, this one always causes lots of problems because people are kind of double fretting, and the same with this middle finger. If you keep them bent over completely, most of the time, like this, doesn't matter which string you're on, still using the fingertips here. And you can see my fingers are much more bent than this one. This one's completely flat. This one's completely flat. This one's flat. And then these two are bent very far over in the center. And there we go. One way you can get flexibility with this ring finger, which only goes to there, obviously these ones are much more flexible, that one only goes to there, is we can take something from double bass playing, where essentially we try and use both of those fingers together, and then you'll find you have much more strength with the ring finger. So when would we use these together? If we've got anything where we're kind of playing 3 frets in a row. So if I was playing 3 frets in a row, I might play my index finger, middle finger on the next fret, and instead of this one and then this one hanging off loose, I'll actually use both of those together, and that will give me much more strength. So I'll be 1, 2, 3, and I'll be able to have much more strength playing across 3 frets. That will also give me much more reach when I'm playing down at the bottom of the neck here, because then my 3 frets are like this, and my hand is much more relaxed, rather than trying to play first, second, and third frets like this, and then this finger's just kind of hanging away, and this one's feeling kind of awkward. So you can just have index finger, middle finger, and then those two working together if it's a 3 fret stretch. If it's 4 frets, obviously you'll need to stretch out, play 4 frets, but most bass lines actually only need to cover 3. And even if I was to play from, let's say, C sharp to E, 4 frets, I can actually refinger that C sharp to E like this, and I go back to a 3 frets. Most 4 fret stretches can actually be reduced to a 3 fret stretch in a different position. And that's it. Thanks for listening.